Jordan Peterson just a few days ago announced a new book called Beyond Order, 12 More Rules for Life. And because everything sucks and people are stupid, staffers at the Penguin Random House, the company that is publishing his book, decided to confront the publishers and try to get this book canceled. Because they're idiots and they can't understand that free speech is pretty important. Now, this is specifically happening in the Canada branch. So this is where all of this is talking about. Let's just look at this article here from Vice and find out what happened. So shortly after it was announced that they would be publishing Peterson's new book, they had a town hall about the book where executives defended the decision to publish this book, as they should have, but employees cited their concerns about platforming someone who is popular in far-right circles. And this is a claim that I see frequently about Jordan Peterson, and pretty much anyone they don't like. That people like Jordan Peterson, or Ben Shapiro, or even Joe Rogan are popular among far-right or all-right circles. And that by giving people like them a platform, you're just radicalizing more and more people. Back to this Vice article, several employees were upset about Jordan Peterson because apparently he is an icon of hate speech. One employer said, "I'm not proud to work for a company that publishes him." But this employer was a junior employee. And this is something that we're seeing more and more of at corporations like this one, where you have junior employees who are fresh out of college, having been indoctrinated into all of this nonsense, and they think they can call the shots and they can demand the higher-ups and the executives what to do. Because that's what's happening here. These junior employees are upset about Jordan Peterson's book and they're trying to get it canceled. They don't want it to be published, and so they think they have the weight somehow to make that decision, even though, again, they're junior employees. That means they're not that important. Another employee told Vice that people were crying in the meeting about how Jordan Peterson had affected their lives. And that is both hilarious and a little bit sad. I mean, if you're crying in a meeting about Jordan Peterson because he has somehow ruined your life, well, your life must not have been that great to begin with. And you have plenty of other problems that don't originate with Jordan Peterson. As a matter of fact, reading his book might actually help you. But another employee said that publishing this book will negatively affect their non-binary friend. And the irony here is that this book will, in all likelihood, not even talk about people who are non-binary or transgender individuals. So how exactly will a book that doesn't discuss these issues whatsoever negatively affect you? Not even you, but your friend. So far from this article, we've seen that junior employees are upset that Jordan Peterson is getting another book, and that they have cried because he is going to get published once again, which is, amusing. This article, however, is not by any means unbiased, because when they talk about who Jordan Peterson is, they talk about his rise to fame back when he was condemning Bill C-16. But they categorize it as legislation that increased protections for trans and non-binary Canadians. Which I guess you can say, but the issue that people like Peterson had with the bill was not increased protections, it was limitations on freedom of speech. Something that the Ontario Human Rights Commission kind of admitted to, but tried not to, because they said that refusing to refer to a trans person by their chosen name and a personal pronoun will likely be discrimination when it takes place in a social area covered by the code, including employment, housing, and services like education. So Jordan Peterson, who was a professor, he was in a service like education. If he refused to use a preferred pronoun or a gender identity that the student requested, well, that could be discrimination, according, again, to the Ontario Human Rights Commission. Furthermore, Jared Brown, who is a commercial litigator who often works with corporate clients on employment law and human rights disputes, was asked that if someone refused to use a preferred pronoun and it was determined to constitute discrimination or harassment, could that potentially result in jail time? And Brown said, it is possible. And this is the issue that people like Jordan Peterson had. It wasn't about increased protections or anything like that. It was infringement on freedom of speech. And that saying that one thing is discrimination and that there is the possibility, albeit remotely, of imprisonment for not using a proper pronoun that someone actually wanted. This is why everything is stupid. Jordan Peterson's new book, I'm sure it's fine. Now, I'm not a huge Jordan Peterson fan, at least compared to some other conservatives who really, really like him, but there's nothing wrong with him. He is not a far-right icon or a white supremacist or any of that other nonsense that you hear, so this is all way, way over the top. But that doesn't stop these employees from thinking that they're in the right, that cancel culture is not a thing, while at the same time, they literally try to cancel this book. Now, they've said that if they don't get to cancel the book, they would like Penguin Random House Canada to consider donating the profits from the book to LGBTQ organizations. So even if they don't succeed in getting rid of this book, they still want to take all of that money and put it where they see fit. Which I really hope that Penguin doesn't give into this because this is ridiculous. You can't run a corporation if you allow junior employees to dictate what you do, where you spend your money, and who you publish. It's not going to work that way. But so far, it looks like the executives have remained strong and are going to publish this book, which I really hope they do. I just want to point out one last time how sad it is that we can have employees at a corporation like this crying over a publishing of a book that is intended to help people. It's called 12 Rules for Life to have a better life, essentially. It's not there to make fun of or disparage people at all. If you can't distinguish that, then I really think you need to do some soul searching. The issue is not with Jordan Peterson, it's with you. But what are your thoughts? How many of you have read his first book and plan on reading the second one? Let me know in the comment section below, and if it had an impact on you, whether it be positive or negative, then tell me that too. I'm interested to hear what you have to say. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.